Okay, folks, this one says solve. Solve. All right, and we need to remember the zero product property. And remember what that said when we went over this a couple of sections ago, 512, the zero product property. What it says is, if I'm multiplying some things and I get 0, that means that one of them has to be 0. And then if one of them is 0, then the whole thing is 0. Okay? So now when I look at this problem, I've got 3 things that are being multiplied. Okay? And when I multiply them, I get 0. So that means if this thing equals 0, then the whole thing equals 0, and it's true. Well, what makes 5a equal 0? Well, let's just solve for a. Divide both sides by 5, and we get a is equal to 0. Okay, so that's one thing that would make this whole thing equal 0. What makes this one 0? Well, 3a minus 1 equals 0. I add 1 to both sides. I get 3a is equal to 1. Then I divide by 3, and I get a equals 1/3. Okay, if a equals 1/3, then the whole thing is 0. And then I'm going to take this last one, 2a plus 4. What makes that 0? Well, subtract 4 from both sides. 2a equals -4. Divide by 2, and a equals -2. So if a equals -2, the whole thing is 0. So the possible solutions for this equation is when a equals 0, comma, 1/3. You know what? We normally go from least to greatest, so I'm going to do this correctly. The smallest solution would be -2, comma, 0, comma, 1/3. Okay? 3 possible solutions because 3 things were being multiplied. Okay? There are 3 variables up there. You have to check for each instance that that variable shows up. Okay? All right? Great job, guys. I think you're ready for your test. Practice, practice, practice. It's watching the videos and expecting to be good is like watching an NBA game and expecting to know how to play basketball. Okay? Watching is not the same as doing. Occasionally I'll watch a cooking show, but not too often. I'm not that interested. But if I do, that doesn't mean I know how to cook. I have to cook to learn how to cook. You have to cook to learn how to do this stuff. All right? So, get some practice done tonight, and I'll see you at the test tomorrow.